Hey there, guys. I've posted a few videos for Shenmon. I posted 3 different rank 1 teams. I posted a budget team and a turn 1 OTK team. Now we're going to go for another rank 1 clear. This time, we're going to hit the boss as hard as we possibly can, just for my own fun factor. This one is nothing held back, all in, and I'm using my knowledge of the fight now that I've done it for a few days and I really know what's going on, to optimize my rotation. Now, this is not specifically a guide. I am using everything possible in the book. I even dropped Kresnik to fit another DPS on the party. So this clear is a little bit riskier, but we're going to be okay, assuming everything works out. We'll see, I guess, won't we? Okay, so Sky is going to start off with accuracy downing the boss. Chow is going to go to the base form, where we're going to, before I do that, let's have Lara Croft Barrage, because it takes forever for her to finish that animation. That's going to get rid of the Mirage. So we're going to provoke once. We're going to provoke True Guardian and Focused with Chow. Esther is going to go to the shift form, where she's just going to normal attack twice. Not yet, though. Roberta is going to Morale Fill, Dragon Mitigation, and Dragoon's Aim to fill that morale gauge. Kaito is going to go to the shift form. I should have started there. And we're going to Infusion and then Double Deep to break the boss. And Esther is going to just normal attack to fill LB gauge in the shift form. So 2 of the attacks are going to go to Roberta, 1 to Esther, 1 to Kaito, none to Sky or Laura, and 1 to Chow. That's how we've mitigated this. That way we don't have to fit Guts on anyone. No one is using Guts because we're going pure ultimate DPS mode. We've just geared these certain forms to properly spread out the cruel phase. Okay, here we go. Do a normal attack. We're not going to do that, so we're going to get mana drained. That's okay. Here you go. As you can see, we have spread out the phase where no one dies. We don't need Guts, and Sky has been geared to have less attack power than Kaito. I finally figured out a good way to do it. Okay, so we are using a counter build Chow, obviously, because we're not using Roberta. So, don't have enough on Sky quite yet. That's okay. So we'll do this. We're going to swap Laura to triple bolting just to get morale gain. Esther can triple Shatterbolt. If we get Sky's LB from drops, great. If not, that's okay too. So let's go ahead and receding, swelling, and cascading with Kaito. So we didn't get it from drops. That's not a problem. We're going to fill LB gauge here anyway. So to the base form with Roberta, where we're going to Rousing Roar, Stone Killer for the buffs, and we're going to do her Magnus to both fill up Sky as well as cure the Imperils. Now Sky can stack yet again. Now this turn, Chow is going to counter a ton, so therefore we're going to definitely get Sky filled up this turn. So this is the magic turn. Super easy. How dare you disobey? Yeah, my bad, bro. I didn't feel like doing a normal attack. You know, I could have done one with Lara Croft. Although, actually, her normal attack is a replacement, so it probably wouldn't even have worked, huh? Oh, well. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Chow refills all the mana, we're good. Alright, so we'll be here for just a moment while Chow counterattacks. Not using Kresnik does kind of mean Chow is the counter build. It's kind of like one or the other. You need either Kresnik or Chow to do a good morale rank 1. Maybe it's possible to do rank 1 without either Chow or Kresnik. Seems doubtful, but, I don't know. And someone may figure it out. But in this clear, it's all about the damage. So, like I said, nothing held back. We are all in for everything possible, which means counter build Chow, because counter build Chow is broken. And is still working in the current Clash of Wills. Will they ever break Chow and make him not work? I don't know. Hasn't happened yet. So we'll be here for just a moment as he fills that morale gauge. He fills it past the point of the defense buff, which is good. We're going to need that defense buff on turn 5. Okay, so this turn we're going to provoke with Chow, and then do Guardian and Most Loyal to fill morale gauge. Sky stacks up yet again. Roberta is going to do her LB as well. Kaito on this turn can just triple deep. In the shift form. Just to hit the boss and fill some morale gauge. So we're going to deep, deep, deep. We can just triple bolting again with Laura. And Esther to the base form, where she is going to LB. Okay. Filling that morale nicely. Okay, so this is the physical turn. We do need to hope for some of these to miss Chow. If he takes too many of the big ones, they will kill him. But he seems fine. He activated his cover, which is what we needed. Sometimes the single targets will hit him before cover activates, and it will wreck his world because he won't have any cover mitigation yet. But that time it was fine. And we couldn't really fit things like Golem or something in the party. Alright, so we're not going to use LBs anymore until the burst turn, because we're going to keep the boss in that attack magic phase. Every time you LB, he swaps over attack magic or defense spirit. We want to keep him in this phase until the burst turns, therefore we're just not going to use LBs for the next 2 turns. So this turn, Esther can go to the shift form and shatter bolt 3 times. Roberta can go to the shift form, where we're going to Morale, Aim, and Magnus. So Morale, Aim, and Magnus. Sky can go to the base form and just hit the boss a few times. Doesn't really matter with what. You know, you can mix and match. Doesn't really matter. Kaito in this form is going to do Natural Flux, Deadly Stream, and Deep. That's going to put up those big, huge imperils and breaks on the boss. Chow on this turn is going to put up his normal cover, so we're not physical covering anymore. And we're going to re-raise on Esther and Kaito as we start preparing for that threshold. And Laura can just bolt in a few times to hit the boss for morale gain. She's using a water weapon. Okay, so morale is maxed out. Now we could burst on turn 5, but we're not going to. There's the cruel phase, you know, kind of whatever. Some attacks on Chow. Unfortunately, we don't have any cover at all on Chow, so therefore those physical attacks are quite painful, but most of them missed because of the accuracy down, so, you know, whatever. And if Chow dies, it is a little bit possible that Chow dies. We are going a little bit higher risk this clear because we need, we're squeezing in more damage. We dropped an entire support unit to bring Lara Croft instead. So this turn, we're going to re-raise Roberta. Whoop, not full life. Re-raise Roberta, re-raise Sky, and re-raise himself. Notice we didn't re-raise Lara Croft. She's kind of left out here. I didn't have the actions to fit that, so sorry, Lara Croft, you're going to just die twice and stay dead. I'm going to go ahead and Tyvis' Spirit Sky this turn. We're getting ready for that big burst in just a moment. Let's go ahead and Magnus, Torrential Downpour, and Cascade with Kaito. Let's have Roberta go to the base form, where we're going to Morale Fill, Mega Breath, and we're going to Ignitas Domain. That's going to cure the Imperils again, as well as give us a 10,000 point barrier. Esther can go to the base form and do the usual. And Lara Croft can just do... let's go ahead and do the defense and spirit buff this turn, because this turn is going to be a little painful. It's an AoE magic turn, and we don't have any good magic mitt on our Chow, so he's going to get hit a lot harder than usual. We need a few of the water attacks to heal him. Ouch. Ouch! Ouch! Oh my god, Chow. Now we're good. Okay, there we go. Chow has multi-guts anyway, so yeah, it's really hard for him to die. It can happen, it has happened in a test run, but usually he'll survive this turn, not a problem. So now we're going to be doing our burst. So we're looking for like a big number, just for, you know, my own amusement. I want to get 4 billion or better for the video. I know it can be done, but, you know, we'll see what happens. It depends on the variance, you know, it is a two-handed team, pretty much. So once Chow finishes his countering, we will start the burst mode. So on the burst turn, everyone's going to burst. All 6 players. Well, Chow's going to support chain, but everyone else is doing down. We have five absolute DPS in this party. All 5 of these are like real DPS units. We're not like, you know, Freevia tier partial DPSers. These are all real DPS. So let's see how hard we can hit with max morale, everything good to go. So the boss has no defense and spirit buff, 150 water imperil, 90 defense and spirit break, and every single weapon and peril in the book, which frees up our Lara Croft to use a weapon that's actually good for her. So she's going to be using Volatile. We're going to support chain that with our Chow, who's going to use Blue Wave for water support chaining. We're going to LB with Esther. We're going to LB with Kaito. Now, I know I said Kaito's main damage is his boosted chaining. I forgot to mention that the LB field of Esther actually pushes Kaito's LB slightly higher than his chains in Clash of Wills. So Roberta is going to quad breath, you know the usual stuff here, and Sky is going to Sky Flurry. We're going to attack and magic buff. Okay, so we're going to do our stuff. So we're going to send Roberta to build the chain first. Then we're going to basically send everyone else. And we're looking for a big number. Let's see what we can get. 4.7 billion damage. Almost got 5 billion. Well, that was fun. Now let's finish out the fight. Finishing out the fight is a little bit trickier, especially because Lara Croft is dead again. Unfortunately, we didn't have a re-raise for Lara Croft, which was kind of oof, but, whatever. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to use Chow. We're going to get Lara Croft back up. Then we're going to use Guardian, and then we're going to use Focused. Wait for this to finish. Okay. Now, Kaito is going to shift. We're going to... let's see. We're going to decrease the boss's buffs. We're going to reapply the Deadly Stream. And we're going to put up Deep to break the boss again. Sky is going to just hit the boss with the magical water. Because currently the boss has Mirage. And I'm not dealing with that Mirage. We're going to go to the base form with Roberta, where we're going to Rousing Roar. Then we're going to Dragon Mitigation. Then we're going to Magnus to fill LB gauge for Esther. Alright, Esther is going to take over tanking for a few moments. So we are going to Electromagnetic, Storm Guardian, and then I wanted to do Provoke too. I guess we're not going to. I guess we'll do Energizing Bunny. Let's also do Discerning Will to get that morale filled up. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Esther should be totally fine here. Okay, so this is a physical damage turn. We interrupted the rotation on turn 6. Oh my god, the mana drain. I didn't even remember that. Oh well. Whatever. So we're not going to use LBs, by the way, because we don't want the boss to change phase. He's currently in the attack and magic phase, and we don't want to disrupt that because we don't want that defense and spirit buff. So, now we're going to get ready for bursting. We did lose mana, which kind of sucks. Stupid boss. Let's go ahead and get some mana back. Alright, so Lara Croft will, let's see. First of all, does the boss still have, Mirage? He does. Let's get rid of that stupidity. There it is. Mirage is done. So we're going to normal attack Lara Croft to modifier boost herself. We'll have... oh, Typhus Spirit not ready. Oh, well. So we'll just Sharp Spear and do some stuff with that. Let's see. Roberta will, on this turn... Let's go to the shift form. Let's do Morale Fill. Let's do... We don't need that. Let's do Dragoon's Aim and Emissary of Demise. Oh, no, my bad. Oh, I almost did this wrong. Morale Fill, Stone for the buff, and Emissary of Demise. I forgot we're getting the stuff here this turn. To the base form, where we're going to... Kaito is going to Magnus. Let's see. Magnus, Downpour, and Infusion. And Chow will... Morale, and we'll do accuracy up for, and let's do defense and spirit buff. And accuracy up for the morale gain. Okay, there it is. And we're going to burst next turn to finish off the boss. Okay, so this is the Cruel Fey turn. Again, no one should die from this. Yeah, we're good. Big boy Esther Omni covering. Okay, let's finish off the boss. So because we still didn't use an LB, he still doesn't have a defensive spirit buff, so we can do a nice big burst this turn. Roberta to the base form. Now we never unlocked Mega Breath, so this turn we can only do triple. We're going to Mega and double Mystic. Laura will do Volatile. Sky will LB. Sky is not stacked up. Doesn't have Typhus of Spirit. That's okay. So we're going to do this. Kaito will shift at LB with... Kaito's going to shift at LB with Chow, by the way. So Chow is going to do Extreme Nova this turn. Because Esther doesn't have her LB, she'll go to the base form and just regular chain. She'll chain with Laura. So we're going to go ahead and attack and a magic buff. And let's go ahead and just chain this up. There it is. Cleared out the fight. Perfect. 4.7 billion. All right. Let's do the damage breakdown. Perfect score, rank 1 with the 4.7 billion. So when I said in the previous video, the damage requirement for this one is not too bad if you have Kaito. That's what I was talking about, 4.7 billion damage. Here's the breakdown. So Sky got 2 LBs off. Roberta got 2 turns of chaining. Laura Croft is still an exceptionally powerful Clash of Wills unit. The reason I didn't use her before is because, as you saw during this clear, Laura Croft literally just sat there for like 8 of our 9 turns doing nothing except like triple bolting striking. That's why I don't like her as much, because she doesn't have any utility at all. But as far as just raw damage goes, yeah, no one beats Laura Croft except Sky. Kaito, pretty good. Esther, you can't really compare here. Esther only got 1 LB because Phase 2 she had to change. She had to tank for us in Phase 2 because Chow is derpy. So yeah, Esther chained in Phase 2. So there you go. Anyway, so here is the team. I will show you the gear and all. But that one is a little bit more dangerous and a little bit riskier, so you can use it as a guide if you want to. I'll post a turn chart and all, but yeah, it's that was more of like a show-off video for your entertainment factor. Please don't get mad at me for using everything in my arsenal. So I'll go ahead and show you the party. So we got double batons in the base form of Sky. You know, because we didn't use Kresnik, we kind of had to squeeze morale. There it is. Don't need any guts or anything. Typhus of Spirit, Philosopher's Stone. Shift form, pure damage. We geared her to do not qualify for any of the Cruel Phase ever. So all in for damage. 6,300 attack power. There we go. You know, the pay-to-win card. Max LB, Max Dragon, Maxed Fairy. Roberta and Ignis, base form. Don't need any guts, don't need anything. We properly planned this out where everything works out. 7,300 magic. Max Dragon, Maxed Fairy. Shift form, she takes 2 of the big hits. 4,000 Spirit, 30,000 HP. She's taking the Magic and the MP Cruel Fey. So this is the form we built. Don't need guts because she is crazy bulky if you want her to be. Dual wielding the Wedge's gun for the true dual wield spirit with the equipped gun. 50% evasion for you know, the physical stuff, and there we go. Base form Laura Croft never took anything, so Bracer, a baton, a water weapon, dual wielding barrage for Phase 1. Other than that, some auto casting for LB. I'm not for LB, for morale. Here's her DPS form. Now she can use a bow now. Thankfully, this bow is better than her gun. If you don't need her trust passive, and we don't, because her trust passive does nothing on this fight. So there's Furian's bow, and because the bow in peril comes from Kaito, who imperils everything. Kaito is so good. I recommend you go for him if you can afford it. Anyway, 7,000 attack power, almost maxed on everything, so I'll show you the gear in a second, her own card. 275 Dragon and Fairy, so almost maxed on 2 races. She has 0 killers for. Laura is still really good, even though I don't use her as much anymore. Kaito base form is just, bulk. Now his base form is geared for higher attack power than Sky. You might notice Sky's attack power is higher unbuffed. After buffs, he has higher attack power than Sky in both forms. So he always soaks the base or the Cruel Fey for the attack power. Shift form is really high attack power, a little bit low on spirit, but he's got 40k HP basically. So there you go. There's his build. Base form Esther, pure damage. Again, we don't need guts on Esther because we timed it properly to where all the forms are safe on the Cruel Fey turn. She never takes a Cruel Fey in the base form. Maxed on everything, Fairy and Dragon. Shift form takes the defense and the HP Cruel Fey. So pure bulk. Also, she takes over tanking in phase 2, which is more dangerous. And there's the build we used. And then Chow in the base form is the classic counter build, passive provoke, high spirit. There we go. Shift form is geared for auto buffing. This is important. We got Wisdom of Hess. We're also using Blue Wave and Lightning Fast Legend for support chaining and a water weapon. So there was my 4.7 billion. Can go as high as 5 billion if like a really high variance. I'm not gonna really farm variance for a show-off video. This is not Dark Visions. But that was just for fun. We still have 2 weeks of the event, basically. So I'll probably be doing more videos, maybe some more, slightly cheaper rank 1 teams, if I can think of some good options, maybe some more budget runs, etc. Hope it's been entertaining. See you next time.